Hello everyone and welcome to the Master in Finance and Accounting webinar. My name is René Helmans and I will be your host for today, and joining us is the leader of the program, Professor Paweł Mielcarz.
Good afternoon.
Well, before we start discussing about the merit values of the program in more detail, I would like to challenge the professor to the little game.
Oh, great.
Okay, the game will look like this. Both of us, the professor and me, will have 1 minute to each say the most important qualities of the program. The game ends in two ways. If one of us can't say a merit value of the program, or the person that says the last one, the merit of the program.
Okay.
So, are you ready, Professor?
Why not? We can try.
Okay, we have the counter right here, and 1 minute starts right now. And Professor, you begin.
CFA recognition.
17th place in the world FT ranking.
ACCA exams accepted, so it means ACCA accreditation for 9 courses.
3 double degree programs.
So I cannot mention the double degree because there are 3 of them already. Yeah, so Oh, great. So in this case, corporate partners.
Corporate partners. CFA Institute recognition.
It was before I said
ACCA?
at the beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
So I won the
one
game,
more. No,
but
one more.
let's say you have another chance.
Okay.
It could be GARP accreditation.
GARP accreditation.
Correct.
Well, I think there is only one winner right here, but I have also one last one. Both full-time and part-time studies, so you can, on the part-time, combine professional experience with studies.
Yeah, but another thing is that you can, from both part-time and full-time studies, you can join a double degree.
And we ran out, so the official winner of this contest is Professor Mielcarz as the leader of the program. Well, we'll talk now a little bit more in detail about the program itself. And Professor, what kind of specializations can the students expect on the program?
At the moment, we have 3 specializations. The first one,
Majors
at the moment,
yes.
it's corporate finance. The second one is corporate reporting, and the third one is international banking AML track. The corporate finance specialization or major is designed in this way that it covers the elements of CFA exam. So we call it also a corporate finance CFA track. In the case of ACCA, corporate reporting, we follow so-called ACCA track. So that's the reason why we call it corporate reporting ACCA track. The students, if they take the majors of ACCA track, so in this case they will have 9 exemptions from ACCA exams. And the last one, as I said, it's international banking AML track with the cooperation with Citibank Europe.
And exactly, because as we mentioned during the game, and as you mentioned right now, on each major we have a special strategic partner.
Correct.
What is the role in the major?
So we have, as I said, 3 majors and 3 strategic partners. In the case of CFA, Corporate Finance CFA track, it's KPMG, the consulting company. In the case of corporate reporting ACCA track, it's Accenture Operations. And in the case of international banking, we have Citibank Europe.
And if I'm not mistaken, they're also responsible in the creation of the curriculum of those majors, yes?
Yes. What does it mean that they are partners of the program? First of all, the representatives of the 3 companies, they are part of our consultation body, which is helping us to shape the program in accordance to needs of the market. And this is some kind of advisory board of corporations. We take into account their suggestions. We meet each year. We evaluate the program. And the second thing is that the corporate partners, they participate in the program also during the studies. So, for example, KPMG, they teach at Kozminski University. They do workshop on valuation. In the case of Citibank Europe, they teach all of the courses on the specialization, but also they offer our students internships. In the case of Accenture, they also teach during the courses. They offer elective courses. Plus, they offer internships for our students. So they are strongly involved in the program.
Yes, and what your professor said is very important for our students, because if you are considering the Master in Finance and Accounting program and the 3 majors, well, you can be sure of the fact that the workshops and the case studies that you are doing together with the representatives of those companies are up to date, because the program itself is updated every year.
Yes, that's true. The program is updated every year. To be honest, after a few rounds of corrections of the program, we believe that this program will be stable during the next 2 or 3 years. We introduced some new things like programming, like usage of our language into finance. But yes, we always want to know what is new and what should be incorporated in the program, at least on the elective level, but also very often we change something in the main body of the courses, because we believe that this is important from the perspective of employers.
And you said about the stability of the program, because there's also one important, I would say even one of the most important facts about the program and the stability is the Financial Times ranking. In 2018, we had 17th place in the world, but also, I'm talking about stability here, this is not the first year that we've had this ranking.
Fourth consecutive year when we are in the top 20.
In the top 20?
Yeah, so
well, that's impressive.
We have quite stable position. Of course, our ambition is to be higher. It's not that we are happy and satisfied with this level in F2 ranking, but to be honest, the competition is very hard, and very good universities. There are before us, and also some of them there after us, so it means in this ranking. But still, our ambition is to be higher.
So you, together with your colleagues and members of, let's say, the board of the program, that you are working around the clock to perfect the program even more.
Well, during the academic year, the most important thing is to provide good quality of courses for students. So if we add also the time when we teach to this round the clock working for we can say that we do it all the time, but still we are thinking about the development of the program, and we are talking with new universities about double degrees. We are trying to analyze what are the needs of the market at the moment, and what is important, we are expanding the group of corporations with whom we cooperate on the level of internships and placement, because we believe that for finance students, placement is a very important thing.
That's true. And one more important thing, talking about the innovations. Well, one of the newest changes to the program is the mobility window.
To be honest, with mobility window in the 4th semester of the studies, we have the courses, that the program is 4 semester long. And the change is that in the last semester, the students, they have only elective courses, or they can take extended internship, both elective courses and extended internship. So it means that for students who want to, and also in the last semester, of course, they have to prepare the master thesis. So for students who want to go abroad without any, let's say, changes in the so-called program differences, they can choose the 4th semester, last semester, just before they start their career, to go abroad. For many students, it's attractive, but for many of them, they are not happy with going abroad in the 4th semester because they already find a job. So, but we created flexibility. If they want, they can go abroad. If they want, they can stay in Poland and start their career earlier. If they want, they can work on their master thesis and prepare also themselves for potential PhD studies.
Yes, because we have actually a saying at Kozminski University that we teach real business. But a very important factor is that we don't want our students to learn business only from our point of view. That's also why we create the double degree options. And
definitely.
And currently, because it's important also from an employer's perspective for potential candidates to have international exposure.
Yeah, but we can. You don't need to go for a double degree if you want to have the international exposure. First of all, 70% of the students who are joining us, candidates who are joining us, for the full-time studies, they are students from abroad. So it means it's a very international community of students. So you can experience you can get the experience in international environment studying at Kozminski. The second thing, we offer them exchange. So it means Erasmus exchange for more than 200 universities, they can go during the third semester or fourth semester. But as I said, the fourth semester is more convenient because they have no, let's say, program differences if they go in the fourth semester. And the last thing, which is very important, is also double degree. We are expanding the double degree. At the moment, we have around 15 places in 3 universities, partner universities, but we are going to have more. We are having discussion at the moment with other universities. Our aim is to offer 25 places for students.
And who are we working with currently?
I cannot tell you.
On the double degrees. Now, with whom do we have a double degree right
with
now?
With whom we have the double degree. The first partner we established the double degree is University of Porto, Faculty of Economics, very famous and well established on Portuguese market educational institution. The second double degree we established last year, it was ESCA School of Management, and the third one is Schema Business School. The last two, they are French Grand École, very well recognized institution on the French market, but also international market. So students, after the first year of their studies, after, to be honest, the first semester, they can apply for a double degree. There is competition. We, of course, select best students to go there. And as I said, we want to have more double degrees because we believe in this way of education.
And what kind of criteria do the students need to have to join one of those double degrees?
We have very simple criteria, not only for double degrees, but also for scholarships, for CFA or Kaya or GARP, because we are partners of the 3 institutions. The very simple, let's say, criteria is the GPA of students after the first semester, plus it's 80%, plus 20% it's extra activity. Why it's so important? Because we are very active in so-called CFA Research Challenge, and we always take part in this competition. Our students are always very high in this competition, either in Poland or even on the European level. So, yeah, if students they are involved in this program, so in this case CFA Research Challenge, they can get extra points for their potential double degree or scholarships, so on and so forth.
And also, one of the, I would say, most important things that we provide our students are study resources.
Yeah,
study resources that they can use for example, for their master thesis. Could you name some resources that we provide our students?
Yeah, absolutely. The first and I would say the most important thing that is that we from the next academic year, so it means from October, we open Bloomberg Lab. So students they can participate in the Bloomberg classes, but also the Bloomberg Lab will be available for all students who wants to, for example, download data for their master thesis, or they are interested in trading, portfolio management, equity analysis. So as I said, Bloomberg Room, but also we have Reuters, we have Notoria, we have other sources of data, plus we have all of the, let's say, scientific databases like Science Direct, like Emerald, like ProQuest. All of the things are available also for students. I want to mention one more thing. Of course, we are career-oriented. Absolutely. We want to equip our students with tools which are needed to be successful on the job market. Absolutely. But at the same time, we struggle to keep, not struggle, but we are keeping, let's say, high quality of academic, let's say, requirements towards master thesis. So all of the databases are important for preparing, master thesis with research based on models, regression models, panel models, logit models. So absolutely, this is also important not only for professional, let's say, development, but also for master thesis preparation.
Like we already heard from the professor, the practical aspects is here from the partners themselves. But if we could assess, what is the ratio between the practical classes and, for example, the more theory-based classes in the program?
It's not easy answer for the question because absolutely we want to equip students with, as I said, practical tools and practical knowledge. But this is master studies, so it means that it must be well established in the theory, in the research. So we are trying to combine the two things. But yeah, our DNA is to let's say provide knowledge which is useful in investment banking, portfolio management, corporate finance. Absolutely. So it means more practical, more applied approach than scientific approach.
So we do try to prepare our students the best we can for the job market and for them to be most attractive on the job market.
Correct. But also we provide many supervisors with huge research experience. And if they cooperate on the master level with the supervisors, with such experience, we can expect that in this case, and we see it, that the master thesis is preparation for PhD. So it depends on you. If you, for example, you are more oriented on career, you probably your thesis will be more into this application, and you will choose somebody who is your supervisor and who has CFA qualification, or you want to prepare something more related to the research. And in this case, absolutely, we also have many very good professors who can help you in it.
I would even say, because as we mentioned, the program is highly internationalized.
Correct.
Above 70%, nearly 80% of the students are international. But the first question that comes to mind is, what happens after the studies? Do the international students have a chance to gain employability here in Poland?
Well, we mentioned it before during other, let's say, webinars, but this is a strong point of Poland at the moment for finance people. Poland at the moment is a hot place in terms of employing new graduates, young graduates, even without Polish. Why? Because many corporations, banks, investment banks, they move their operations, not only operations, but middle offices, back office to Poland. And there is huge demand for people with finance education. And we have plenty of examples of students from outside Poland, outside European Union, who are able to find jobs here, and they stayed here in Poland. But of course, it doesn't mean that they have to. We also have many good examples of students who finished the studies. They moved to Frankfurt, or they came back and to their home countries, and were very successful in their countries.
Yes, and that's also very important. With the Master in Finance and Accounting degree, you can be sure of the fact that your diploma will be recognized, basically, I would say, worldwide. Because of the three accreditations that we have as an institution.
It's not only our Master in Finance and Accounting, to be honest, but our diplomas.
Yes, but now we are discussing the Master in Finance and Accounting program.
Yeah, but this is also, what is important is growing number of alumni who are well established on the market at the moment. And I see also that the students, they help each other. So it means they create some kind of network of alumni and students. We have special platform, LinkedIn closed platform, in which with the students they can exchange ideas, they communicate each other. So all of the new students will also join this platform.
We already mentioned the CFA Research Challenge. I would like to highly recommend one thing for you. If you go to our videos on our Facebook platform, you will find a video with the students of the Master in Finance and Accounting program we're talking about the CFA Research Challenge and what it gave them afterwards. Because it's also a huge opportunity for the students to meet professionals from the industry.
Absolutely. Our cooperation with CFA Institute, it's already 4 years long, or 5, or even more. We received the CFA recognition 2 or 3 years ago. And now what I want to say, CFA Research Challenge is part of our DNA. So we prepare students, we give them additional support, we select them. We have some kind of internal competition to select teams. And we are very proud of our students. And I see that all of the students who took part in the CFA Research Challenge, they don't have any problem to find very interesting jobs in investment banking, especially investment banking or portfolio management.
And if it goes for, because there is a test, Of course, to enter the program, there is the test. And remember, everyone, the deadline for the September admission to send in your documents to the admission office, so they need to be physically here, is the 20th of September. So it's, 21 days from now. So if I were you, I would hurry up and send in your documents. But most importantly, on the 23rd, you will have, actually, after you send in your documents, you will get an invitation from the admission office for the test.
Yes, of course, yeah.
And what can they expect from the test, actually?
The test is divided into 3 parts. One of it is the general finance and accounting knowledge. The second thing is the general economic knowledge. The third one is quantitative skills. So the 3 parts, you can get points from all of the, let's say, parts. And if you don't have experience in finance and accounting and you want to join us, so there is some limit of points you have to get. So it's possible, based on general economic knowledge and based on the quantitative part of this test, to get a sufficient number of points to join the program, yeah.
But okay, they passed the test, and we are talking now about people that don't have experience in finance. They pass the test, they get into the program, but still they lack the necessary. One is self-confidence, and the second one, the specialized knowledge that, for example, people from that were on the bachelor level on the financial track. Yeah. Is there any solution implemented for them to catch up?
We implemented one of the solution a few years ago. We have preparatory courses. So before we start the finance and accounting program, at the end of September there are some kind of revision classes, and they are free of charge. Students with different background, they can join. But from this year we established something. We are going to establish something new for the first 2 finance courses, which are the most demanding for many students. It's advanced corporate finance and also corporate reporting. We will offer students, of course, free of charge, extra classes with teaching assistants. So if I have students in the class and I run the so-called advanced corporate finance course, and I see that some students, they are not able to catch up, so in this case they can go for evening class with this person, the teaching assistant, who will explain it again, but so it means solve cases again. So our idea is to create environment in which, on the one hand, we are going to go very quickly with the material because it's master program. On the other hand, students who are not able to be on this level, they have additional support. And this is new initiative. We started from this year. It's going to be, as I said, evening classes. For part-time students, it's going to be Friday, but not the Friday when they have regular courses, but next Friday. So it will be possible. It's of course not free of charge, and it's not obligatory. So it's only for students who believe they want to have something like this.
And also, this is the first webinar that we can announce something for you, because this year we are also implementing, because the finance at Kozminski, I would say that it's sort of a culture.
It is.
When you get into it, you get into first you become a student, then you are an alumni, then you gain, for example, professional experience at our partners, but also we've implemented something new.
Correct.
New for
executive master classes.
Executive master classes. Could you tell a little bit more about the idea behind it?
Yeah, we believe that Master in Finance and Accounting is perfect platform for professional knowledge. But after a few years, people with some background in finance, or sometimes background in management, but still they are climbing in the companies in the career. So they need something more. And that's the reason why we believe that so-called lifelong learning is important in the area of finance. And we decided to build upon the so-called Master in Finance and Accounting the idea of executive master classes. Executive master classes, they are short courses, very intensive courses run by professionalists. And at the moment we have 4 of the executive master classes offered for the next academic year. It's both for alumni, of course, of the master, but not only. We want to promote it and encourage also people from other countries to join it. They're usually 3 to 5 days long at Kozminski University, and yeah, that's we believe that Master in Finance plus the executive master classes, they create one let's say entire program for somebody who wants to develop in finance.
And also it's very important for people that for example, you're running a company, but to run a company you need to know a little bit about finance. There is also a masterclass for that.
Well, if somebody is without any experience in finance, so in this case, I would not recommend executive master classes, because the executive master classes, they are for people for whom finance is not something new. Okay, we have a so-called financial management also program for, let's say, managers without background in finance, but majority of the executive master classes, they are for somebody with good background in finance. What I want to say, for somebody who has not any background in finance, we have other program, which is so-called management program in corporate finance. It's on a bit lower level, and we believe that somebody who is not sure if he wants to, study finance should join the management program in corporate finance. The so-called executive master classes, they are for professionals and executives. Yeah.
Okay,
there are some special requirements at the beginning.
Let's return to the Master in Finance and Accounting program. Just to sum up, if you choose a program in finance at Kozminski, you can be sure of the fact that we have a plan for you.
Correct, that's true. Absolutely, that's true. As I said, based on experience of previous years, we shape the program in this way that we believe that we provide you the proper knowledge. The second thing, we take responsibility also for your career. It doesn't mean that we can guarantee that you will get the job of your dreams, but we see at the moment that our, let's say, involvement in placement, involvement in finding students internships, helping them, but also the cohort of alumni created the environment in which we can say, yes, if you want to get a job, it's possible after Kozminski, and we'll help you.
Yes, because we are one community that supports each other.
Correct, also.
Okay, just to sum up the Master in Finance and Accounting program very shortly. So, 17th place in the world, Financial Times.
Yeah, double degrees, which are very important. Corporate partners, recognitions of ACCA, CFA, CAIA,
and
JARP. And then we have also the scholarships for students who want to pass exams. And also full-time and part-time studies. So if you start as a full-time student and find an interesting job, you can easily switch it to part-time studies. So I believe that this is a value proposition, and also very international community, so students from around the world. So all of it creates something unique. And also, what is important? Warsaw.
Yes, Warsaw.
Warsaw is a place where you can start your career, where you can get a job in top companies, top corporations, and where is still huge demand for alumni.
If you want to know more about Warsaw, we have a brand new website on our main website. Just go to About Kozminski, then About Warsaw, and you will have a short sum up of what is the most important factors in Warsaw. Also, the corporations that are moving their back offices here, so possible future employability for you. Well, thank you very much for joining the Master in Finance and Accounting webinar. Thank you very much, Professor.
Questions? No. Okay.
Okay, and we hope to see you soon. And remember that the deadline of submission of the documents is the 20th of September.
Correct. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.